Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Daily news and updates for 13th November 2024. Bain Capital is in talks to acquire a controlling stake in Manappuram Finance, betting on the country's gold loan sector. This comes as the founding family of the Kerala-based non-bank lender and leading gold loan provider is revisiting plans to exit partially or fully. Manappuram and others in the segment have been battling heightened regulatory scrutiny and falling valuations as mixed success in diversification has intensified near-term headwinds. Apple India's dividend payout to its Irish holding company more than doubled to Rs 3,300 crore in financial year 24, exceeding its net profit for the first time. This comes as iPhone sales surged in the country, boosting Apple India's revenue by 36%. While analysts acknowledge the impressive revenue, they also point to stagnant operating margins and increased inventory as potential challenges. Japan's wholesale inflation increased to 3.4% in October, exceeding market expectations due to a weaker yen and rising import costs. The rise in inflation, driven by higher prices for rice, metals, food and oil, poses a challenge for the Bank of Japan as it considers further interest rate hikes. Reliance Retail is temporarily closing down its Centro stores across India to revamp the format. The company plans to prioritize its own brands like Azote and Yoshida, potentially phasing out some of the 450 local and global brands currently sold. The Goods and Services Tax Portal's recently launched Invoice Management System or IMS is set to significantly decrease the number of notices issued over input tax credit or ITC discrepancies, potentially easing compliance burdens and reducing litigation. Currently, around 10% of all notices issued by the GST department relate to ITC discrepancies, primarily caused by mismatches in invoices filed by suppliers and those reported by recipients. The IMS, which will be available on the GST portal starting November 14, 2024, introduces a feature allowing recipient taxpayers to either accept, reject, or keep invoices pending, enhancing accuracy and reducing common errors in input tax credit claims.
This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.